Hi again, guys. This one's gonna be a little different. I'm actually recording my voice over this. I'm trying out some audio things. And I also kind of got into a thing or two when I was actually playing this that I'm not super comfortable getting into just yet. Um, in hindsight. So, eventually. Um, so I wanted to talk a little more about last video. Uh, I talked about like how isolated I felt at college and wasn't doing very well there. I felt very like different, but uh, I wasn't into a lot of the things other people were. And I didn't really have like a huge drive to socialize a lot or um allow myself opportunities for experiences. I've kind of spent a lot of my life feeling this way, I think. Feeling kind of different, even in my childhood. Uh, but I don't know, having like, I guess having like a family to come back to, like, you know, from school each day or whatever, kind of, it it wasn't so apparent to me, um, until I got to college. Um, I like truly grasped like how unlike other people I felt. Um, and I can think back to like maybe a couple times in my childhood where I kind of had this feeling, but obviously I couldn't have described it at the time. It was just times where I felt like an observer, like just observing the human experience, I guess, and not really participating in it. I didn't really, and not necessarily by choice. Um, just kind of how I was. I never had the the drive to participate in it. I guess you need that too, and you know most people have that. Um, it just seemed I guess I always felt like it wouldn't work for me. Like a lot of times I'd feel like I didn't belong, like I wasn't meant to be where I was, you know. Getting food on weekends was difficult. Um, it was bad for me because it was a college campus, so there'd be just a lot of like drunk, happy people everywhere, you know, laughing and talking with each other and having fun. Um, and I I'd be standing like um I had terrible eating habits obviously when I was there. So it would be like 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning and I'd be going to like a McDonald's or something. And there's always a lot of people in there, you know, weekend nights. um it was always packed, and uh being surrounded by all those people, like, so happy, um you know, and I'd just be standing in the lobby like waiting for my order with, you know, listening to music, my hood's up, and you know, just very much kind of there but not there, if that makes sense. It'd be easy for someone to say like I should have just I should have just talked to people more. um but when you don't feel like you're part of it, it doesn't. It's difficult. It'd be the same thing as like, like an insect coming up to you and like trying to talk to you. It's just not. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but that's how I felt. Like that's how I felt it would always end up going. Like there would just be such a disconnect, a mismatch, or like an inherent incompatibility. Everyone seems so, and I get like, alcohol kind of does this, but I can't assume that's the only reason for every single person I saw, to be acting that way or whatever. Um, Everyone just seems so outgoing and like happy to be around others, so very just human, I guess. It's hard to explain this. It scared me, I guess. I'm not even sure if that's like the best way to phrase it, but that's, and it still happens sometimes. Um, I have a pretty good amount of like friends, good friends, uh, that I'm much more comfortable with. Um, but most like people in general still uh, make me uneasy. It's not like an anxiety thing. It's more like I don't know. Sometimes someone will say something, or they'll be talking about something, and in honesty, this happens sometimes with my friends too. Um, but someone will say something, or they'll be talking about something, or uh, and it's not like on purpose, at all. Um, but it'll be the type of thing that reminds me, like, that I'm still just observing, I guess. And it doesn't happen very often, not as often as it used to, but it does still happen sometimes. And even with people that I'm pretty comfortable around and know very well, um, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to glean from that exactly. I don't really know what that means. It'll be like something really specific too. Like it's not some it's not like a general thing. It'll be like a specific kind of event or you know I don't know, something that's part of like a human experience that feels like I just wasn't meant to understand. And I guess maybe that's what frightens me, is how unfamiliar it is. Maybe that's a better way to describe it. Um, Even I feel like even with strangers, you know, people have generally a shared kind of human connection. You know, um, they can relate to each other, or at least understand the other person. I feel pretty quickly, um, and not be so. Not feel so different from them, and I don't have that, I guess. I hope the audio is better. I've been um messing around with it a little bit to try and just make it sound better, I guess. Um if you made it to this point, thanks for watching. I forgot to I forgot to say that in the last video. Um I hope that this can if you guys want to comment, you know, anything about, you know, if you're going through something or anything like that, you know, please feel free. That's kind of my reason for this, for making these. If this was a little disjointed, I apologize. It's difficult to put it into words. Just hard to describe. But I'm trying. So I hope I hope that you guys liked this, and that the gameplay's like working. I feel it's a good game to kind of have behind this. It's chill enough, I feel, most of the time. But yeah, thanks for watching, and there'll be more soon.